Okay, now let's see about the wall. I think you can see the same wall here. This wall, it shows here continue. It's continuing up to the truss. We call this one a truss. So anyway, we have drawn it up to this point. So that's okay. Let's see what's the detail here in that drawing. Yeah, it's the same. See, we did like this now. We put a timber stud here. And here also they put a timber stud. Here on top of the concrete wall. Ah no, now they say here, it's a, see, it's a steel plate over treated steel boards. Yeah, it's a steel plate. They are referring to it as steel plate. See, treated 2x6 steel plate over styrofoam seal with anchor bolts. So it's a steel plate. Steel.
Do we copy paste what we have in like the wood?
No, yeah, you can copy the same thing, but try to keep it as a different without. If you are putting any hedge for this one, I think you have put a cross here. So don't put a cross here. So it will looks like the same material then. So just to show, you just make a rectangle. That's it, and you name it, annotate it on the side, saying that it's a steel plate. The size is here 2x6. So 2 means the height, 6 is the length. There is a standard of writing a dimension. Like first you say the height, then you say the length. That's the standard way, but sometimes people use it in a different way. They put the length first and height second. This also apply for the doors. When you are saying height, size of a door, you first say the height 7 feet by 3 feet, like that. Most of the places have 3x7. Doesn't matter, but if you are referring to that standard like length and height, keep it that standard for all the dimensioning. Otherwise, you have to put here like 2, then you put a W, and 6. You no here 2 within brackets you put H, and after the 6 you put W to require that's height, and that the other one is the width. So you just draw this one. See here, now they have stopped it here. The concrete wall is like this. They create a ledge here. So what they did was the truss is supporting on the concrete. See here. Now the concrete wall is stopping at this point. Actual construction is doing is you will do the concreting up to this point. You cannot do like this. You do it up to this, and you remove the formwork and do a partial thing like this. Otherwise, if you are going to do it, you have to keep a timber section here to avoid making the concrete here. So you cannot do it in the vertically. You put the two formwork and finish it off here at this point. And then after you removing the formwork, you will have this piece, because then you can have a small timber piece on both sides and you can put the concrete there. Because this is not only one place, this is continuously heading from one end to the other. We have concrete here because this steel truss. You said about wood truss or steel? I think it's wood then. Yeah, it's a wooden truss. It's supported on the concrete because you cannot support it on this insulation and this timber stud, because this is there will be a big load coming onto this truss, so it will be transferred to the concrete. So you can now draw this one here, the truss supporting on the concrete wall with the steel plate supporting with anchor bolts into it. And this one this is just the simply supported one. It has the timber stud just below the truss, and your insulation, this gypsum board can go right up to here, or it can stop here, because see here, it stopped here because there's a ceiling here. So after the ceiling, no need to put the gypsum board right up to the top, but you can have it. That's no issue. Uh, did you understand the construction part of it? Or? So then let's draw this one. I think now you know how to draw it. Now I explain it how it happens there. Here it says a percent bearing. What is this? So this is the installation, I think. I'm not going to draw everything. I just draw the truss. So it's 3 by 4. So it's a 3 by 4 truss. No, 3/4. 3/4. TNGUSD here. So it's just take as 1 inch, then that's easy for the width of it. So I'm going to offset this one with 1 inch. And you have this plate. The truss is made like this. Sections, they will cut the steel sections into these small pieces, and they welded into this plate. And the plate is welded to the main section. The truss should stop here. Yeah, these 2 lines by 1 inch.
1 inch.
Yeah. And this says 5 inch. I am taking as I think we need more width for it. So in this case, now the wall, check the wall. I think the wall is more wider, but in our one it's smaller. So here the truss comes up to the end point. So it's okay. We will have it here, just only keeping 1 inch for this. We put this one as the vapor barrier. What we call it, this one, the red color one. Yeah, the dry barrier. So we will have this one continuously go up. We'll stop our truss at this point. In the detail, it shows it's in somewhere here, but if we have it here, we have only 2 inch to cover it up. So truss needs at least 4 inch to support itself. So we'll take the whole thing, we will take the truss right up to the end of this wall. I'm going to trim it out. Portion. So what's the line thickness we use for the truss? What do you think? When we draw the truss, what's the line thickness we should use? Do you have any idea? In sections, we never section the truss. So then you have an idea what to use for the line thickness?
Thinnest then?
Huh?
Would it be the thinnest then? Because you said they usually don't draw it in the sections.
Yeah. Then what you suggest?
The thinnest?
Yeah, thinnest. Because it's in the projection. So you can use either without using the 0.35, you can use 0.1 or 0.
Can you zoom back in on that spot again?
Huh?
Zoom back in on it.
Yes. Okay. Shall I do like this? Then I think it's easy. I will just keep this one. Okay. I just fade it out. I think then you can see the lines. I think this is better. Yeah, all right, because it's in projection. If you use 0.1, and you can also use 0 in between ones, because the other plates are little bit more inside. The the diagonal ones, you can use 0 for that one.
What about the bottom?
Yeah, here, yeah, here, this one. Yeah, this line should be up to this point, because here now, even though the truss is here, the wall will cut here. The wall will end up here. So that line should be darker. So we have this here, and we can make this one red.
So what did you erase the like small lines of the little pieces for? Like if you zoom in
Right. Yeah.
in that corner, like the two, or the blue and red. Yeah.
This one.
Right. You would cut off the lines that connect everything.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I removed it because now this insulation layer will go right up to the top.
Oh, okay.
This blue line is just the line from this wall. Above. There is a one thing. Now see, if I stop now, then the actual way is stopping at this point. But can you see there is a difference? This wall is a little bit more onto the left side. So if we stop the truss, what will happen to this wall? It will fall. Yeah, it will fall. So what we can do is we can uh, just move the truss right up to this point where the wall ends on the upper floor. And then we can have this insulation stopping here and have another layer come starting from that point. Because of this situation, most of the buildings will not have this setback. So if it has straight up, you will do like this. So we will just, I will teach you another thing to do, an easy way of doing this one. If you have the truss, you know how the stretch command in AutoCAD? Use that one. Then it's easy. Then you can stretch but remember not to select this line and this one when you're stretching. STR stretch. You can select like this. Pressing the shift, you can unselect this one. Match property, this line, this. And you can also have offset here, same like this. I think we took it as 1 inch, or I forgot, 3/4. So have offset 0.5. You can keep the red color as it is there. So I will extend it up to the roof line. What do you think? Shall we stop it here, or shall we take a little bit more down this detail? I'm telling you about the construction point of view, not you can just draw it and finish it off here. Yeah, extend a little bit, because there is one called driplet in the buildings. Driplet is something like this. Now, when the rain falls onto this surface, it will just, the path is just coming down, and there is a possibility of going right up in a little. Just you can see it will just trying to go along with this surface. So if you have a driplet, it will come here and it like go here, and it will not go right up the top, and it will fall the droplets. So we'll have a little bit. It will call driplet. You can see it. Also, I can show you. Yeah, drippage it's called. Yeah, drippage. Something. Yeah. See here, in the roofs you have, we call it valence board also. Here you have a little bit more. This one extended from the bottom a little bit more down. And the other way is like this. You have it here and you extend it outward. Then what will happen is it comes like this and here, and it will drop like this. It will not touch this other surface. You can do both ways. You can have it here and have like this, and like having it like this and finish it with a curve, or something like this. You can have something like this, something like this, or you can have a continuous thing like this, but it should be extended from this point.
When you stretched,
Yeah.
I guess the truss, did you stretch it to the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
To the end of the wall.
Where's that? It's insulation. There's right there. Sorry.
This one?
No, the other one. That one.
Yeah.
That on that whole wall.
Yeah. Up to the top, it will finish it.
That's one. Is that this foundation?
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yes, that's the one. I just continue right up.
How much did you offset the wall out?
You mean from this point to this point, the width? You are referring to this? This is the bottom wall.
Right.
The first floor wall. This is the second floor wall. You mean the distance? This one?
I'm talking about like my trust out.
Okay. Okay.
So like you offset this.
Yeah, that's the other the barrier, the paper barrier.
Okay, so
It's the same thing, the 1 inch.
Oh, okay. So what I do is whole wall.
The only this one. Yeah, it's see only the wall from the truss.
So you did the whole wall?
Yeah.
Offset?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, yeah. You want to zoom it to here?
Like a little bit more. I just want to see like that bottom corner. Like the yeah.
This one. Yeah, I didn't finish it all.
How far is that?
The drip pitch can be you can extend just a half an inch, 1 inch is enough.
Okay. How far is that truss of the concrete wall? Is that like an inch? Only have to bring it down half an inch.
Inch, yeah, inch, 1 inch. Just bring it to 1 inch. I will just, I think this image I will take it out. I will not draw the truss. You can draw the truss. It's just like copying it.
Do you mind zooming in on the little extended?
This one. Shall I change the color of this one? The layer.
Oh, it's okay. I was just making sure I said it right.
Can you see? See it okay. Otherwise, I can just give a lighter color for it.
I think it's fine.
Fine. Because colors can be changed because I just give the line thicknesses. There is a way of another way of doing the line thicknesses. It's like giving some colors and in the AutoCAD itself have this grayscale sort style. It has some colors with different grayscale. It has like for the blue, it gives a give the darker shade of the black. The others have the more grayish colors, like yellow. You have a lighter gray, something like that. But I used to use this line thickness method. That's easy.
How big is that?
Which
It's like this.
it's the 1 inch, the same thing. You think it's like the plaster for the concrete, but the most of the sites we use the concrete as it is, and we just apply a paint on it. If you finish it nicely, the what do you call it this? The surface will be like this. If you finish it with concrete, it will be like this. The surface. So our detail is also like this, but we have a truss here. We can see the truss here. We will do a finishing layer on top of it. That's what. most of I think you know this architect Tadao. His buildings, most of his buildings are done in concrete. So this part is okay. There are also different types of trusses. Here they use this diagonal pieces. Some other some have just verticals and with the crosses like that. You can use either truss. It depends. If you have this one exposed and you need to tell the structural engineer I want the look like this, then you give a detail and he will tell you the necessary sizes. That's how it happens. If this is now see in this one, it will be closed and no one can see the truss because we have a ceiling here. So if you have a ceiling here, no need to give any details for this one, just draw as it is. If engineer wants it like he said vertical, it's very cheaper and you can do it in a smaller sections, it's okay because you put a ceiling and close it off. But if you I think you have seen some buildings with trusses exposed, then you need to give the detail that you want, otherwise structural engineering will do different things, then it will look ugly also, because it affects your interior space as well. But if the building is given to you with that detail, you have to work with it, then you can have a ceiling to close it off or any other detail. Okay, now this is here, right? You need to remember when you are connecting two elements with each other, like here the concrete and you have the truss here, remember to have a connection detail like this. You cannot put the truss just on top of the concrete. You need to have a steel plate and bolt it to the concrete. The same thing happens here. You cannot start your gypsum board just on top of the truss. You need to have this wooden stud, this frame here. It should start from here. So you will have a stud here and then the gypsum board connected to that one. So those details, remember to put those details when you are doing the working drawings. I'm not going to draw here the things now. This will also be, this should also stop at this point. My detail is also wrong here because I have to.
So how far down did you bring that?
I brought it down according to this one. Now this one says here the plate, it's 2 by 6. So that means this is 2 and this is 6. So it's the same size of this one. So we took it as 2 by 6, I think, the bottom one. Yeah, it's 2 by 4. So the height is the same. So this is a concrete wall. you will have the same detail here. This is I took is it's 4 inch, so you will have the 4 inch offset. First, I will copy this one. This one will be the same detail there. So I'll just copy it here.
Do we still do the vapor barrier in between the concrete and the wood?
Yeah.
Like down below?
Yeah. It's like it's not, this one is not the vapor barrier, this is gypsum board.
Just talking about in between the concrete and the wood. That tiny.
That time, yeah, you can have it there. Yes, sorry, I just forgot. It is what I did is just I just copied it and move it from this point to this point. So to keep the same distance. It's just a method I use. I will show you that one if you want. So I just select this one because I have already drawn. What I did is I just move this. If I don't know the exact size, so what I did was I just move it from this point to this point. That's it, to keep the same distance. So the other thing is matching the red, red, and you will have offset of 1 inch. Zoom.
Unlike what you just did, could you just do the
This one?
Yeah.
Can you see the red color, or shall I change it? See still? Huh?
I can see it.
Oh, you can see it. Oh. This one.
What light rate is the red one?
Red one is 0. Oh no, it's 0.1. Sorry, 0.1. The white color one is the 0.
Do you tell the truss?
Huh?
If you go to the truss detail.
Okay.
There's all that stuff on the left of it.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. What should we do?
No, don't do it, because now what we did was we take this truss right up to this point.
Right, so then just forget.
Yeah, just forget it. Yeah, because this wall is wider than our wall. So what they did was, no need to get this truss right up to this point, because if this one is 1 foot, the truss will be longer than what they expected. So what they did was they stop it here and they just finish the concrete here, and they just have a brick wall just to cover it up. And for this detail, we cannot do this detail as well, because if we do this one, we cannot shift the wall here. We need to extend the truss up to this point, or extend it up to the point that the top wall finishes. Then after doing these lines, you know what to do, the same thing. Now from this point onwards, there is nothing. Here, I think there is a window they shows, but here, yeah, there is a window here. So we will have a detail here. Then this part can be completed. I will show you how this
how to detail this one. Then what you can do is, as we did before, you just give the hatches for this part, hatches and the annotations, dimension and annotations. So I will not continue show you the same thing we did last Tuesday. You can do that. I will just show you how to detail it out here, where the window starts, window seal. So I'll just take it as this point. What I'm trying to do is just, we need to first stop our wall at this point, and I will take this, I'll consider this one as this window is, see the image, we have the window right up to this point. Okay, so I just drew two horizontal lines. Our window will be located here at this point. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to trim this wall line and have a thinner line, because in the section, you know, I told you before, this portion and this portion will be sectioned, and these lines will be on in projection. So I'm going to trim here this. So there we are going to locate the window here. I again draw these two lines. These are the wall lines, and I'm going to give a different, this is our concrete, but this is the concrete wall, but this is in projection. Oh, we can have 0.1 or we can use 0.2. I think better to use 0.2. Now I again trim it here. Adjust. No, I did not take a height. I just refer it to the image. That doesn't matter the height of it. If you think you need to have 2 feet high window, that's okay. Or 4 feet, doesn't matter. Still we only did the opening of the window, opening inside the wall. We are going to do the window now. So let's see what we can do here. Here we will get the same issue. When the rain comes, it's here, it will drop inside. You get it? For that area? Okay. So what shall we do to that to avoid it? You see on that building, the two buildings, you have something on top of the window outside. Some horizontal thing. But they try, that's the detail they use also for the appearance and for the purpose of repaint. They did was they extended it somewhere here and avoid it touching this one. Because if you have more to this side, and it's also it will avoid the water coming into it. We can also use something like that. So I will just move this one another inch outside, inch or two. So it will be plastered, or we can use a different material. You can do it in concrete, or you can do it in. So this portion will be cut. You can use, oh yeah, we'll keep it as 0.1. Otherwise, the line thicknesses will differ from each other. Here you can also have something. This will have a little tendency to go inside. You can also have that detail here as well, a small piece like 1 inch, half an inch, this. You can either have it or you can have it straight, because there is a the distance between here and this point is more than 1 inch. So it will be more, yeah, almost 2 inches.
So you went down
Yeah.
to a little.
Yeah, I think better to do like this. We'll have it something finishing off like this. There is a problem of opening the window, but it doesn't matter because you have the frame here, and the window will open like this. We will have straight here without doing this detail here. Just put it as straight. Huh? This one?
Yes.
Yeah. What I did is, this is the 1 inch. Here we have that line here. So what I did is I just offset another 1 inch outside.
Oh, so we take away that little thing that sticks out.
Yeah, sticks out. Just remove it. Just close this side as well. So I will just close it here also inside. A few details here just to. This. Okay. Now I'm still doing the wall. I did not still get into the window. There is another thing I have to put. There's something missing here. What do you understand?
The actual glass, like the lines in the middle. Oh wait.
Yeah, that will I will do it. There is another 2 lines I have to do.
The frame.
Not the frame. You see the outside, even though I finish it here, but you see this line from projection, because after the window finishes, the same detail will be there. I took a section of it now. So this barrier still inside, but in a thinner line. Yeah, like this.
So there's still barriers on the way down.
Not the window. After the window, what do you have? Okay. There will be the wall again.
Still see it.
It's in projection.
So we only need to put like the outside.
No, we have to draw it on the other side as well. I just
But since that last part sticks out further, then are we just connecting it?
Could you maybe zoom in on it a little bit?
right, but okay. I'll just zoom in here.
What size did you make that one?
The same size, the same size. This is like this. Now, where the window starts, it stops. But after the window, how do I show it? It's section in 3D. So it's like this. So, draw it here. So what you have is like now the wall is here. I'm drawing it in plan. This is the window opening. And that the barrier that we drew, it's like this, something like this. And it stops here. And again, it will start here. So if I section it here, what do you see? You see this portion in section? That's the line I drew there. You're looking at this way. But it should be in a lighter color because it's in projection. That's why I make it 0. Right. It will be the same thing here. This side, also in this lighter line thickness. This portion is different, even though it's on top. It's like something like this. It will be projecting out like this. So this portion comes in. That's what will happen here. It will stop at this point.
So those two lines are in direct.
Yeah, 0 line. Now I'm going to do the seal. You can see also the seal what they have done here for the windows. They did a little bit projected piece outside on that building for the windows outside. 2-3 inch is coming out. That's also the same thing to avoid the water coming inside. So you will have something here when the water falls into the surface. They have this one slanted a little bit outside, so the water hits fall onto this one, and the surface itself take the water up to this point, and then like the drip edge, it will fall down.
So do we need to draw that?
Yeah, we need to draw that. So it will also come sometimes. They have the detail coming inside also, just to make it a something like this. So we will have, we'll take it as 1 inch, might be 1 inch. Most of the time it would be something like this. Come straight up to this point, and from this point onwards, it will have a slant outside. It's slanted outside like this. And I'm going to trim these portions here. Yes. I'll just make this one, this line 0.2. It's just take it 1 inch, 2 inch or 3 inch. So, yeah, 3 inch. Yeah, I took it as 1 inch, and it should be thinner on this side. It should be the line, the surface should be slanted outside. And what will happen is when the water falls onto this surface, it will come up to this point, and then this will work as a drip edge. No, there is not a specific angle. You can, but try to have from this point to this point at least a half an inch. As long as the water is not getting inside when it falls higher. That's it. And then we have our frame on top of this. And here. The window detail, no need to draw it here because we need to give the doors and windows detail separately. So if it's like if you do a detail here and you do a different detail at your doors and window section, will also may confuse. Make the contractor confused of what to follow. That's in here. What you can do is you can just draw the window lines, the basic lines, and then you can put a note here. Refer to the door and window details because we need to give a different detail drawing for the doors and windows. Shall I zoom it here? So I will just draw the aluminium section. I draw a rectangle 3 by 4. That sign 3 inches. Let's take it as 2 by 4. I think this is more bigger. Oh, this has 2 by 4, not 3 by 4. Yeah, 2 by 4. Yeah, in the middle. Huh? That's the frame that I'm drawing. I just draw a line here to get the center of this one because this, yeah. I draw this line here. I move this one in the center of the. So this line is continuously. That's why it will not give the center. If you have this kind of a small piece, you can just extend this window frame right up to the end of the wall. It's okay. Add something here, and also I will copy this one to the top. I am referring this as an aluminium window rather than the timber window. If it's a timber window, there is a different detail for this one.
It's an aluminum window.
Yeah, aluminium. You want certain area to be zoomed?
Could you zoom into the
Bottom?
bottom part again where the window ends?
And then we have to put a thing that says like C.
We need to put a note there saying that refer the door and window details. Just mark it saying that refer the door and window details on sheet number. We just put it there.
Okay.
That's it. But you no need to put the sheet there and all that because we don't have a separate sheet for that. For the timing, just we will put it as refer the door and windows. We draw here only the basic lines. Now this is the frame of that window. The other the frame, there is a vertical one. It represents these two lines, so it's okay. Just we'll keep it as it is. If we had the frame like this, no need to change it. Just I will show you something. If we have the frame like this, then what shall we do? We need to draw another two line here. That's the vertical line of the window frame. We no need to do it because now we extended this frame. We stretch it right up to the wall where the wall ends. So I'm going to do now. Now what do we have to draw inside here? Now this is the frame. The other thing what we have now, the window panel.
Can you zoom into the top part?
So how do we do that? So we in the window panel, what we have is another frame. We have a frame for the panel and the glass or louver or anything. Just I will refer. I will only take that's the glass inside, not having any louvers or anything. If you have louvers, you can draw it as well. So what I will do, I think it's in the center. So I just draw a line in the middle. Then I will have offset. First, I will put the glass and then the frame. The glass is most probably we are referring as my God, it's like 6 millimeter, but 6 millimeter is how much in inches? 6 millimeter is the normal standard glass size, glass thickness. It's like 5. It's I think which point? No. I will change the line thicknesses.
Okay.
6 millimeters almost. Yeah, almost 1/4.
1/4. Okay, so I will offset it 1/4. No, then I will offset it 1/8 because I am taking from the middle. So the glass thickness is one. We need 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I will have 1/8 on 1/8 offset to the left side and the right side. So I will just now remove this line. So this will be 1/4 should be yes. So that's the glass line. Now I need the frame for the panel. So we take it as so the aluminium sections will be 1.5 inch like that. So we have a quarter here. So we need another 1/4. This we'll take 1.5 to the both side. Then it's 0.75. Doesn't matter. So I will take 0.75 offset this side. 0.75 offset this side. 0.75, 3/4 inch. So it's 1/3 the frame.
So you did the 1/8 and then you offset it.
Yeah, what I did is this is the center line. So I just offset 1/8 onto this side and 1/8 onto this side.
And then after the 1/8, you did
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, after that one, I offset 3/4 from this and another 3/4 onto the other side. I know because aluminium extrusions will be in different sizes and all that. So what I did here is just I did it in a standard way. Because anyway we are saying that the doors and window details will be in another sheet. This is just to show that there's a window here. But remember, if it's a louvered or fixed panel or just openable or timber window, just draw that detail without putting the same thing for the louvers and for the glasses. Don't do like that. Then if you put this detail for the louver window, it's a totally different thing. Doesn't need to be the exact size, but if it's a louvered window, you just draw the louvers like this. So here now we need another offset here. I never give the line thicknesses yet. I will give it later after I complete the window. Then we can change the line thicknesses of each line. So I will have another 2 inch. Just offset this. I'm just trimming this line. Trim. So this is the frame of the panel. This is the main frame of the window, and this will be the the panel frame. But
So you just went down to it.
yeah, down to it. What I did is I did this one first, this detail first, and then you see with the glasses you have another frame itself. That one, right? Yeah, I have to do the bottom one as well. I didn't do it yet.
it from the inside.
Yeah, inside. The glass should stop here. Uh, 2 inches. Shall I zoom into this space? In the when you giving the dimension for the windows, just only give the height of this one, because all the details will be in the doors and windows sheet and the note. But these things should be marked here. This detail and what you have done here, anything you done to the sill and to the wall and for the other things, it will be marked here. Only the window part, it will be in a different sheet.
What would you say to the little ledge?
Yeah, those things, the dimension and the note should be marked here. It's not in the doors and window detail. Doors and window details, it will be only this portion.
So would we, I guess, need to look up a window that has that to know what to write about it?
Yeah, just you put a, it could be a concrete ledge.
Okay.
You can say like that, concrete ledge. But give the dimension what you have given here, because that's important. The contractor needs to know how much how extended do you want this concrete to be. It's mostly these details will be done by architects, but I'm doing it now for the wall sections, because you might be doing the wall sections internally, not the external ones, because you are in the interior design section, so this will this will be more. But you need to know what is happening, otherwise when you get a drawing you don't know what is there, and at least to differ.
Right.
So I'm going to now give the line thicknesses. What do you think now? You see all these sections will be cut. This one, this one. Now there is a issue. See, I draw it as one line, so it's also the same thing like the like the uh, wall opening. I need to stop these two lines here and I have a different line here because I need to change the thickness. Because this will be in section and this will be in, these two lines will be in elevation projection. So I will give I should also do that here as well. So how I'm going to give the line thicknesses? I will give the 0 0 for this one, the glass, even though it cuts. If I give 0.2 or 0.1, it will be too dark. It's very close to each other, so I'll give 0. When you print it, if you see it also too dark, you can just draw one line and keep it as this. But I think it will be okay because of the scale that we are going to give this in 1/2 an inch to 1 foot. I think the scale. So I think it won't be an issue. Now this portion, trying to have the yellow, because I'm going to use this as yellow because it's like
Is that point two?
0.2 and make this one 0.1. even though you just check with the PDF how it looks. If you think it's too dark, then if you make this one also red and this one also red, doesn't matter. As long as it's look nicer. And this one, I think we have to make it yellow as well. This will be too dark. This one and the top part. We have so many lines, so don't try to put any hatches here. When for the glass or for the frame, it will be too dark, too dense here. Otherwise, it not looks very nice. So now you know this one, and you can now put the hatches and you can name it. Those things you can follow it with this one. Try to get the annotations from here. And also remember now this is the truss that we have here. And you need to put another layer for the finishers. How are we going to do the finishers? Because now, what do you think now? This is a truss. Truss is like it has a certain, we have trusses in a certain distances. So in between two trusses, there is actually a void. So what we do is, if we have two trusses, we put some sections, timber studs or steel sections, and we put a plate. We need to put a plate like a timber plank, and then we should do the finish on top of it. So there will be 3 layers. One is same like this timber stud. We have something like this here. I'm not putting it in a distance, but you need to put it in a distance, the same distance, like from here to here should be at least 2 feet. This section should be 2 feet or 1.5, doesn't matter. So have the same equal distances, and then you have another, the timber panel on top of this one, fixing with each other. It will be like this one here. So, and then you have another layer on top of this one. That's the finishing layer. You have a carpet or you have a tiling, or this is like this works as, this is the truss, this is the supporting frame, this will be the what do you call this one, timber panel for the base, as the base. For the finishes, you just check the details from the Google and check it, what are the names of it, or just put a timber panel, that's it. And this is the finishing layer, saying tiling, or you can make it as carpet, or you can have a laminated floor, anything, any finish you want. So there will be these, you should have one, you should have some elements like this on top of the truss, and another base element, and then the finisher. You need to give the dimension also here. So in these buildings, the services, services are coming sometimes from the floor, the sockets, and in office kind of interior. What they do is they will have those lines coming down here, and they use this space to circulate the services all over the building.
So those rectangles.
Yeah, these are the timber studs, like a frame. It works as a frame.
So there are the squares with the truss, and that is another thing.
This is the truss. This will be the truss now.
the trusses are like this. You have trusses like this,
Yeah,
and you have this frame on top of it.
yeah, I'm just confused about the like timber squares, rectangle planks, whatever, because in the detail, the floor like sits right on top of the truss without. Yeah, that makes sense.
This guy.
Yeah, it's just flat on it in the details,
So
because those are inside of the truss.
no, truss finishes here.
Yeah.
So this is outside the truss. You have just put it on the surface of the trusses.
The under.
Yeah.
The bottom is bigger than the top.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
between the trusses there is a void. We are going to the floor. No, no, those are inside the trusses. Correct, correct.
Oh, never mind. I forgot that one.
So bottom offset.
You take it as one and a half inch on the neck, the tip panel,
Okay.
the tip base.
Okay.
Yeah.
1.5.
One and a half, yeah. And then the top one, it depends. If you use laminated floor, it will be 1 inch, or otherwise it will be tiling, it will be half an inch or 1 inch.
So this one.
Depends on the features. If it's a carpet, it's less than
But the other one is 1.5.
1.5. You need to have 1.5 because your load is putting into that base. It's like just think about the staircase. Staircases you have more than 1 inch.
How thick is the layer of the studs?
This one,
No.
this one.
Yeah.
This one take it at 1.5 inch. Yeah.
And then the finished work.
The finish, it depends on what you choose.
So
If it's a carpet, less than.
the tile that we did down at the bottom, it was 1 inch.
So you take the same. If you are doing the tiling on this floor as well, then you take it. Take this one. So when we give the drawing, we give here as the level. In the drawing, we mark the level on. We give the finished floor level is actually this level. This is the structural engineer's floor level. So our finished floor level is 4.5 inch from his normal structural level. That's why in office spaces now, just forget about the truss. Say that we have a slab here, concrete slab, finishing at this point. I'll just draw something here. This is not a detailed drawing to this one. Just I'm saying now the slab will be there. There is a concrete slab here. This is the concrete slab. So the structural engineer will give the height to this one, but our finish will be here then. It will be like this. Then it's a different. It's like our finished floor level will be 1 inch from his structural floor level. In the office spaces, there is a difference. Most of the office spaces we give at least 4 inch or 6 inch from the we keep a height of 4 inch or 6 inches from the concrete slab to our finished floor level. You know why we keep it? For the office spaces, there are so many services that I told you about. Some wirings and all those things are going all over the place on the floor. So you keep that provision there because you don't know what will be. If you are renting it out this space, they keep that to do whatever you want. If you come, if you when that person hires you to do the interior design, you should also check on that those things as well. How I take the wiring, how I use the flooring. Is there any provisions? Otherwise, you have to take it from the wall itself. If that person did not put any provision underneath the finished floor, then there is only option is taking it from the ceiling or from the wall, or just you can have like a thing like this. You can have a casing all around the wall. That one is the plug points. Because some workplaces you need to have the plug points in the middle. If it's a big office space, you cannot put a wire over there and take all the way. Other area you can use is the column. So that's it. So I think now you can use the same detail in the other PDF for the roofing. Okay.
I didn't have a computer yet, so should we need that or should we be out of it?
Yeah, just like that. Because you have drawn it with me. You add it.
Yeah, I don't know, my computer just froze. Don't know why.
I have to save.
So
So
it's
yeah,
yes.
yeah. AutoCAD correction. If the original file not open, you just try with the backup file.
So you do the roof detail. I will just show you to do the title block.
Say that again.
You continue with the roof detail, finish it off today, and you can submit it tonight.
So you want us to complete the roof part?
Yeah, roof part. Yeah,
Okay.
just follow the drawings that you have in the PDF.
So just kind of like, are you gonna grade it super hard?
Not super hard, but it's the first time, but try to finish it.
Okay, yeah. Well, finish it, but like,
Not
just
just finish
do,
it. Means,
just do our best
yeah.
on it.
Finish it is not just putting the lines and send it to it. No notes, dimension. If the dimension are wrong, doesn't matter. As
Okay.
long as you put the correct dimension, just
So you just want us to like try it.
yeah,
So
right,
most of
yeah.
them are- are-
When you dimensioning, I saw some dimensions, diagonal. You cannot put diagonal dimension. You need to have vertical or horizontal dimension. Because if you are putting a diagonal dimension, you need to give the angle.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay.
the person cannot measure.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
So other thing is the annotations. You put the name in. If it's correct or not doesn't matter. As long as you mark saying that this is 2 by 4 inch angle section. That's it. I don't need the start to all these details.
Okay. Thank you.
I only will try. You want us to have an actual
So like, like that. So is it okay if I do it?
What?
We just leave it. Oh, but
Those are those guys.
we have revision.
As much as I can, because I'm gonna forget something.
If you put a hash, you can say that's an installation, I bet. Yeah. Already do have these guys who are on it for like a couple hours after this, maybe two.
There is one other thing I will tell you about the cutting the sections in certain places. If this whole thing won't fit to your paper, what you can do is you can have a cut mark here. The one point is here. Have the cut mark here, and the other area is here. So you can have like this. Which is so it will be like this. So the cut mark will be here.
It's fine. I just meant like, if that's like the timber and plaster part, then it's like stop where the window starts.
Ah, you mean here?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Okay. And do you put the stud in that too, again?
Yes, you are correct. Yes, that's need to be done. Yeah.
Okay.
I will show you that. But this is when if you need the sections, if the sections won't fit to the paper, you have this part as a one, this portion in a one, and this portion in another one, and this one in another. No need, I think, for the A2 paper it fits.
Yeah.
So just to know about this. Yeah, you need to do another detail here. She's right now. You need to stop this one here because the opening will be here. So we need to trim this portion. So this will be in projection. Actual way of looking at it like this. So we will have this one here. I will copy this one. We need this one also. But remember now, if I have this timber stud, at this point, what will happen? You can see the timber stud on the surface. So we will have this kind of a gypsum board on top of this.
Okay, that makes sense. So we do need that there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we have this one continuously
Cause I put it like all the way. to the
Yeah,
top.
all the way up. Then there's problem. Just like we close the window from inside
So
with
we
the
need
gypsum.
one at the bottom of the window.
And the top of the window. Yes,
And
we
then
have that
also
opening
need
at same.
one, like up, like at like the ceiling.
Right, like a ceiling. Yeah, you are right. Like a ceiling and going.
Okay.
We need to have a gypsum board also there at that point. So I have offset of 1 inch. So I put match property.
Whatever's like, the one in the concrete.
It's possible.
So you will have something like this, but you take the dimension from the, just show you how to do this one. Yeah, it's like this. And you need to have another section on top here. Yeah, this one ends. This line should be thinner. It should be 0. And there won't be any line showing here. Because this is all on the surface turning at this point at the window.
So there aren't two lines.
No, because it's like this, the gypsum board coming here and another gypsum board connected with each other. So it will look like this.
A little bit,
To this here.
yeah.
What size is that? The house?
You mean here?
Or yeah, what thickness is that one?
It's 0. Because this is point. This is 0.1. So I took the thinnest one here. So this one should be also 0.1.
My colors are different.
All right. Doesn't matter. So for the title block, what I do is I have given you this one. Uh, sample. The sample title block I have given you for in week 2. So I will just show you to make the title block the size of it. The other one you can refer it to this one. You can take all this portion, try to put it on vertically on this side. That's it. You have the project name and address. Just download it. So you have the project and name on top here. You make a line here and have the project name and address and name of the firm here. Revision number, and this whole portion just try to have it here like this. And drawing title and this portion here and this portion at the bottom at the bottom, or just you put this one on top of this one and have this drawing title somewhere here. Doesn't matter, even though you have it top or bottom, doesn't matter.
Well,
As long as you have all the things.
I thought I saw it before.
That's because I just wrote the things on the outside. Yes, that's right. You have the drawing is there. You need to read the drawing as it is. You cannot turn it and read it for it. So try to have these four things. Take this portion. Take this portion here. And this one somewhere here. This whole thing somewhere here. This one here. Right this one.
I have a question just about like so I can't get all of the other ones since it's not like really short since I don't know what that's I forgot what there is that.
That's for the people. Yeah, right. But you like this, make it the same as it is. Don't put any edges.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. Just you put the concrete edges for this. The wall to be concrete. Those things you incorporate.
Does this one right to right here?
That's in projection.
Oh, okay. So just like that.
Yeah, just for
And
the
then for the
first you have to detail it. There was this man.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
it.
just
Just
like that. Oh, okay. And is there
and the
any?
roof.
And the roof, okay. Oh, yeah, for bunch of them. And then repairs we need, or is this just?
Yeah, finish those make it in thinner line thickness. Because if you have a thicker one, it's in sections. But if you have thicker lines, it will be dark.
Okay.
So it looks like ours.
Thank you.
And put dimension and annotation. So this is the title block. I think you know how to do it. Only the thing is about the size you have to make. The day I show you to make the sample title block, the size of it, you have 8 letter size title block, I think. So you make the size. I have given the size here in your. Yeah, some inches I have given. So do you remember the size? Then I can just. It's a simple thing. What's the size? Yeah, right. So it's 23.4 and 16.5. So what you have to do is go to layout space. Just draw this one as 23.4 and 16.5. 23.4 inches and 16.5 inches. That's it. And you make another offset of this one inside of 6 inch or something. That's it. Oh, not 6 inch. When you have the sheets, you have 1 inch. Sorry, I'm going with the sizes. So actually, this will be your printing area. Even though the paper is this size, so as I explained, you have here the name, all those things here, right?
Oh, wait, how wide did you do that one?
This one, this portion. Yeah, you consider from that other one I just drew it. The title block we did for the letter, the same size. You take the now if I consider here. So you see this is the widest one that we have here. So take that size.
Okay.
It's all the way down. And the other thing is about the, now you have here the, yeah, this is the viewport. The drawing scaling is the only thing that you have to do. Just take this viewport to this point and like this, you extended it somewhere. So this is your viewport where your drawing is, and just make the property here and make the scale, this scale, standard scale, to 1.5, like that. And you go inside. First you need to, yeah, first take your drawing here, otherwise it will be messy. Yeah, you zoom it here and go outside and select the viewport and make the scale to 1.5 inch to, so this is the scale size.
How do we make the paper part bigger, like the layout, the white?
White one, it will automatically comes when you make it print. If you just go to print, if you make print preview, previous plot or something like that, just here, okay. Make this one, you go to this Adobe PDF, then you can select the A2, go to A2 size there and make the window. And when you select the window from here to here and apply it to layout and fit to paper, not fit to paper, just put here as, yeah, 1. Yeah. And when you preview it and then you exit, this paper will automatically. Uh,
So for this like import drop down surface, give some more land stuff.
What line weight show that? On the entire assignment?
Oh, yeah. So angry today. Yeah, so honestly.
The both are fine because one is vertical, one is yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't do that yet.
Yeah.
If you can somehow make
Or just give you a 0 line.
if you can make
Call out.
yeah. If you do and the other one before she brings it, then she'll show if it just shows function.
No, you do like a little arrow.
Yeah. Okay, something like that.
Like in a sketch, like if you drew like a circle or something, you would point to it, be like the circle.
Or like this is.
Just
Wait, at the top.
so
Like I write like.
0.35 or 0.2. Then all the other
Oh, yeah. No, you
Oh,
have
no,
to,
you
like,
have to do a specific.
Oh,
like,
right.
if you
Okay.
put it out like buildings.
No,
Yeah.
no. I won't do it.
It's not the rubric, but it's right here.
No.
That's because for me, I didn't do excitation. Because I
All these
follow.
things will be in irrigation.
Yeah, okay, and so, but like the notes or whatever, so like, let's say you draw like a wall or something, you would have to point out like.
Don't roof. Yeah,
Yeah, don't roof and like motifs or
Like,
something like that. Like whatever you wrote down in the thing, you have to make a call out for it.
Sizes and sometimes if you take it as 1.5 or 1 foot, doesn't matter. As long as you can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I also finished get it in before she. You're looking at Undo?
Yeah.
I asked her, if she created.
Which building? Stop. Stop the recording.